Hey guys, so I'm out on a little walk with Carissa. She's making faces. She doesn't want to be in the video. I won't put her in for very long. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, we're just out on a little walk, and I just wanted to let everybody know we're okay. I haven't been doing videos for very long, and I really want to get into the habit of doing videos because we see some interesting places and we're in some fun places, and right now we're in the forest. I like the forest a lot. I've always liked being out in trees and seeing the vines hanging from trees, and just such a cool thing. Anyways, this morning I was chatting with my sisters. I have two, and my niece on Messenger, and asking how they were doing. One sister works in a nursing home, and they have patients that are dealing with COVID right now, and the other sister actually has COVID right now, and she's doing fine. She says she's achy and just stuff like that, but she's not having like a whole lot of other issues. But she's home from work. Today's Saturday anyway. She would have been home, but she's been home from work, and she's getting over it. But my niece had asked how we're doing. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Basically, when she asked, the word blessed came to my mind the first thing. Of course, it's been coming to mind a lot lately. My family has been completely blessed. We stepped out of our comfort zone a year and a half ago and went ahead and bought a motorhome. And with that, we have trusted God and leaned on Him 100%. My husband's a content writer, which means that he writes articles for other companies to pick up and pretty much use for whatever they need to use them for. And him doing that doesn't really pay just a whole lot, but he's able to provide enough money for us to get from one place to another, to buy groceries, to buy propane, to buy gas, to even pay for parking spots for our motorhome. So, I mean, we couldn't pay our mortgage on what he's making, but the way our life now, we're blessed. So we do have everything we need. Whew. It's really getting kind of muddy up this way. We had rain over here the last few days, and we're supposed to be getting more, so I'm trying to walk before it starts raining again. But anyways, yeah, I hear some falling. What? Yeah, it's starting to rain. But anyways, we're out, and we're doing good. And I just wanted to share with people to remember that any circumstances you come across, you can feel blessed, or you can choose to gripe and complain constantly about everything. For years, my husband and I had talked about traveling, and that was one of the main things we wanted to do. And we kept putting it off because we kept thinking we had to have a mortgage. We had to have the basic every single day job, going back to work. Excuse me. And keep going. Walk. Or I'm going to walk over you. We need a walk. Anyways, we took that as something that we just had to do, and we kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. And then finally one day, he had already gotten to a point where he was ready to take the step to buy the motorhome and go ahead and start on this journey that we're on right now. And I wasn't there yet, but I do remember one day, I don't know the date, but I remember having such a horrible day at work. I came home and looked at him and said, okay, let's do it. I'm ready right now. And of course we had to wait just like, I don't think it was even a month. We sold the house. Excuse me. And after we sold the house, we ended up going ahead and being able to pay off the biggest chunk of our motorhome right then. And then when we got that done, like a few months later was when we paid the whole thing off. Okay, Carissa, we gotta turn back. That's somebody's house. We can't go up there. But anyways, our biggest payment, or our biggest thing, was getting that motorhome paid off, and that's done. We're completely done with that part. We don't have that to deal with anymore, or we don't have to deal with that thing. We do have little things that break here and there, which my husband's a very handy man, praise God, because otherwise I think we'd probably be in some trouble if he wasn't, because I couldn't do all that stuff that he does end up doing. So we go out, we travel, and we do a lot. For the first year, I would say we pretty much stayed stationary. And then a few months ago, well, about 6 months of this, we've been out traveling and doing our own thing. We decided that it was just time. We needed to do something. We had to step out in faith. And that's kind of hard sometimes, but trust and faith go hand in hand when you're believing in God. And mud puddle. And we did. We just stepped out, and we believed that everything would be taken care of. Everything would be dealt with the way it needed to be dealt with. And we have been out on the road. We've enjoyed seeing some sights. If you're an RVer and you don't like being off-grid, which we're off-grid a lot, but if you are an RVer and you don't want to be off-grid, northwest Texas up in the Panhandle, there are small towns that do have electric and water for free. All you have to do is pull in. Some of the places you do have to register, but a lot of them we didn't register at all. But we did enjoy those areas. But now we're in Oklahoma, and we are off-grid. We're built for off-grid. I love it. We have full tank of water. We have propane for heat if we need heat, which this weather is my weather. I don't like to be overheated. And right now, I'm sure as soon as I get back over here, my husband's going to be saying it's cold, and Chris has been saying it's cold, and these two need to buck up because it's not cold. It feels wonderful. Not if you're moving around, it's not. She's back there saying it's cold if you can't hear her. So, where's she at? She's coming. And anyways, guys, just have a blessed day. That's our word. Be blessed, trust, and faith.